Welcome to Genesis Part 1, the latest DLC of ARK Survival Evolved and quite possibly the most challenging one yet, and I intend to solo it, starting off with the Lunar biome. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why on Earth? Okay, so no, never mind. Oh boy. Will these bloody things get up with me, please? Help! Someone call for help! Okay, so basically I let you guys decide. I put out a vote before the beginning. It was either the volcanic biome or the lunar biome, and the lunar biome won by a landslide. So it is oh god. It's just time to try and see what I can do. To be fair, I do feel quite kind of confident. I do think that we can manage here. It's just gonna be a bit tricky. So, first things first then. As a bit of anal crash course as to what Genesis is, it is a really, really awesome new map. It's very toxic with a lot of really evil creatures, and this game just absolutely hates you more than any other one previously so far. The map is evil, and I love it. I absolutely love it. You have the ability to teleport by talking to your handy-dandy robot here, Helena. And you also have a shop, which, if they would let me interact with her. Oi, Helena. Helena, come back, come back. Helena, Helena. Sometimes she's a bit antisocial, I mean. I just want to show. Oh god, okay, never mind. Trust me, it's a shop, right? You can buy in-game items, and that's actually going to be really, really useful because I kind of can't get hide here. Alright, of all things, I reckon it should be somewhat doable. I can probably get hide from things like Seekers, from, well, Reaper Kings. There are a couple of caves here as well with some aberrant creatures, but getting there. Getting to the point where I can kill Seekers, where I can look at Reapers in fear, and I can go into the caves to get the aberration items and stuff, and that's going to take a little bit of a while. I'm also going to be freezing and burning to death a lot. We've got a lot of tech dinos, tech raptors, tech rexes, everything. So, oh, it's a 208. Lovely, great. That is me dead. This is fine. We're just introducing ourselves. So as you can see, it is toxic. Okay, so with our little introduction out of the way, it is time to take this seriously. As a bit of context, by the way, I am using my Let's Play character, my Ascended character from Aberration, Extinction, the Island, etc. So I do have all the levels, I do have all the engrams, but I still need to actually, you know, get the resources to survive. And I haven't really played much on the Lunar biome. I've got a fair bit of experience with the other zones, but not so much this one. In particular because of, well, you know, the anti-gravity. Right. There we go, these little vents here can launch you up into the air. Fantastic. Now, one really important thing to keep in mind is that while we also do not have any hides, or like any natural sources for hides, also that the defenders can damage tech. Bear it in mind, they can damage tech. I'm not sure at what rate, but it kind of, you know, points out to the fact that I need to be in a very careful location. I gotta choose my base carefully. I probably can't do that just yet, but that'll be the goal. Let's quickly grab this, get some free points.
Gravity. You don't miss it till it's gone, eh? Or I reckon it's not gone so much as it's on its way out the door. Based on the data in that glitch, the lack of gravity should impact you in heaps of different ways. You can jump better, of course, and projectiles travel further. If you're feeling clumsy, you can even fall off things without getting hurt. Not that I recommend it.
So that's a fair point. I was not aware that projectiles can go further, so that's going to be very interesting to utilise later on. Right, what do we get from here then? We get crystals, rare mushrooms, stone, fibre. That's actually a lot of resources. These ones here, I believe, is wood and thatch. I will check as soon as I land. Like I said, a grappling hook. That's going to be absolutely crucial. Yep, wood and thatch. So we're actually quite okay in terms of resources we can get. We're just going to find a safe area to do it in. These guys are going to make that very, very challenging. So, what I'm thinking then is, until I'm able to create a proper base, or at least, you know, a more strategic location, I think I might just have to build up on a cliff or something. Preferably one next to a steam vent, that way I can actually, you know, get myself back up there. I am going to be dying a lot. That is the thing to keep in mind. I'm going to be dying a lot due to freezing and due to the solar radiation. One thing about the lunar biome is that when you're in direct sunlight, it melts you. this here is a pretty good location, actually. I also want my base to be near spawn, near the natural spawn, until I get a bed. And I think this will work out quite nicely. Right, so, with a bit of a caveat, that being I actually didn't get the resources to make a foundation. Right, let's just quickly spend a moment on learning everything then. Okay, I've learned all the engrams I needed. Now I should to kind of dodge these creatures away and try get some resources. Now I'm going to be really trying to use the anti-gravity or, you know, the low gravity in my favor as much as I can. I can use that to quite effectively dodge the raptors and a little bit of the defenders as well. One thing I'm noticing is that while I will inevitably die a lot, I do die very slowly. Until, of course, I run it straight into a Rex's face. Now, that's obviously going to kill me. But otherwise, though, I do die quite slowly, so we really should have a fighting chance, which is to play smart. Play smart, play safe. We've got some oil. Okay, that's good to see. I'll just ran past some oil nodes. I can't harvest them yet, of course. And, right, cool. Now I can use my death beacons as a, you know, like a little beacon to see where I actually want to go to. Right, since I'm inevitably going to freeze to death, let me get up. No, you just ruined that, okay? I might not have the momentum for this. Damn! Right, what I wanted to do was bounce my way upwards onto that ledge and quickly shove down my foundations, just get some use out of the resources I've harvested. But the defenders bumped me. They straight up bumped me out of the way. Right, this is actually going to be quite tricky. I am looking forward to it though. Oh, there we go. Nailed it. Oh my god, look at the amount of them. And like I said, those things can damage tech. Right then. While I'm wistfully floating away, let's grab some foundations. I can already make stone. I'm gonna start with wood. Actually, do I want to start with stone? I'm thinking, but first things first is I need to angle my way in. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Oh, nailed it. I do have the attack drone on me. That's fine. It's gonna slowly whittle me down. Not much I can do about it. Right, foundations. I can only make 2. I need more wood. Right, that's a bit of a yikes. Right, so I really don't want to block any metal spawns over there. They're going to be invaluable. So what I'm actually going to do then is build all the way over here. And hopefully I can then use my building to break my trajectory whenever I, you know, want to get back up here. So we'll shove that one down. We'll shove that one down. I'm actually going to spend a bit of points early. It's really, really premature. But I think I'm going to need a lot of wood. Let's get, like, what? 250 wood? I now have 875 currency, but hopefully that means I can at least make a few more foundations. I can. This is going to be such a huge waste of points, but if we're starting here of all places, we're really going to need it. We're going to need it bad. In fact, first, right, this is going to be really, really cheaty, but you know what? We are utilizing in-game mechanics. That's my excuse here. I'm going to buy some hide immediately. And what do I need for a bed? Bed is done. Okay, so at least now we have a reliable place to keep on respawning in. That is really cheesy, but you know what? The shop is there for a reason. I'm going to abuse it. And this should hopefully make progression a lot smoother. Right, I can make 3 walls. Good. I'm not going to spend all of my points into things like wood. I am still going to try and, you know, I'm going to try and budget it. If I can get the resources naturally around it, I will, you know, prefer that. But I do, you know, obviously need to get some stuff. I need to give myself like a bit of an edge, don't I? Right, before I die, can I make a storage box? For that, I need a bit more wood. Right, Helena, give me one more bit of wood, please. Perfect. Meanwhile, the attack drone is still attacking me. Oh, storage. Now, that's going to be a great big pain in the butt. But you know what? I'm freezing anyway. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm gonna freeze. I may as well die a little bit faster due to the stupid attack drone. But at least it doesn't damage my... Oh, it does, actually.
You got this.
It is very, very slowly damaging my wood. But it is just wood, though. So hopefully that will, you know, stop quite soon. Hopefully. But hey, we got a bed. We got our bed. And because it is S+, I can just keep on doing this, which I know is kind of cheaty, but again, I mean, it's not really that cheaty, to be honest. It is StructuresPlus. I'm going to abuse it. I'm going to abuse this as much as I can. Now, let's try and do a couple of resource runs and just pick up as much as I possibly can. So one crucial thing that I have learned here is that as long as I keep on moving, the defenders can't hit me. they spend so much time rolling and animating that I don't have any time to actually hit me. So, well, it bumped into me that time, but otherwise it's actually quite fine. This is honestly not that difficult. I mean, it's going to be brutal, don't get me wrong. This is going to be a challenge, but it's not impossible. Right, I think I've got a fair amount of resources. I'm going to go ahead and get back to base before I starve and freeze. Now, another thing that did occur to me is that there aren't any berries. So there's a lot of bushes, but all those bushes are very dry, if you will, dry materials, like stone, metal, wood, etc. No berries. So that again, I'm going to buy from Helena. Really glad I can. I can now see why it's been added. It really does allow you, like having a shop really does allow you to actually, you know, start here. And the more I, you know, the more I learn, the more I do this, it really doesn't feel that overpowered. It's growing on me. It's really, really growing on me. Want some seedlings as well, of course. That way I don't get constantly attacked by the drones. In fact, for this one, I'm going to get stone seedlings. Just in case it makes any difference whatsoever. I'm kind of hoping it does. And there we have it. We already have our own little base. And in fact, I just realised something. We at the very least have a source of meat. It's a survival game, you know, a bit of cannibalism every now and then isn't the worst thing in the world. Now, I'm lacking flint. I'm not sure if I can get flint naturally yet, but for the time being, I am once again going to abuse Helena. Oh, I'm really spending rapidly here. I do not like the rate at which I'm spending these, but fortunately, that is actually really cheap, 18. We still have 784 hexagons remaining, which is the main currency for this map. Right then, so, we'll make a campfire, we'll get a bit of food going, and I fortunately have spawned right, or settled right next to a bunch of metal nodes, so I can at the very least go and grab some early metal, some very, very fast metal in fact. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to wait for myself to die, respawn, get metal, and hopefully get the forge and smithy. That is a mighty fine corpse there. Don't mind if I get a bit of meat, get a bit of free food, a bit of cannibalism. Excellent. 43 meat just from that. Nice. That's ridiculous. In fact, I got quite a few rare flowers as well. It's actually really handy. Right, so. Bed. Let's venture. Before we venture out, let's just shove my materials away. Like, worst case scenario, if I do die in, like, in a pretty bad scenario, I do just want to have all my resources dumped in there. That we can guarantee that they're safe. Now then, I need 12 metal. If I got 12 metal, I can make a forge, I can make a smithy, and I can make my very, very first pick before I harvest the rest of these. Oh, and while I'm at it, let me just, I've never wanted to harvest my own corpses so badly before, and it feels so dirty. Right, let's grab our forge, let's grab our smithy, let's get a mortar and pestle, which we'll absolutely need, and let's get ourselves a pick and a hatchet, which I'm not really sure I can actually use very often here, aside from harvesting corpses, but otherwise, don't really seem to be able to harvest the bodies, or sorry, the resources. I need 55 hide. Okay, what is the price on hide then?
Welcome to the hexagon
hide
exchange.
is, oh thank goodness, very, very cheap, good, because I'm going to need a lot of it. That is probably what I'm going to be spending the majority of my hexagons on for a great portion of the early game. But we've got our forge. Now we're just going to sit back and wait for our metal to cook up, and then we'll have a smithy and our very first metal tool. Okay, that is our 5th ingot cooked up. Smithy, am I going to require more hide for this? I need wood actually. Oh, that's fine, I got a bunch of wood in there. 2 more. And sorted. Don't mind me, I'll starve to death once again. I will just go ahead and harvest my body afterwards. Right, smithy, we're going to shove that here. That is done cooking. Let's grab our metal and let's get ourselves our very first pick. Now, at least with this, I can get a lot more metal from the, what do you call it? From the metal nodes. Awesome. While I'm at it, I will have at least just a little bit of food, just to heal me up slightly. So if so I don't want to really freeze to death while I'm out getting metal. Now, that would suck if my corpse fell down. But while I have my pick and a little bit of basic gear, let's go ahead and grab one of these. Now, the fact I have trikes up here is actually a really... Oh, I should have jumped. Oh, I should not have jumped. No. Okay. That is a habit I'm gonna have to cut. Never has jumping been so scary. It's actually terrible. Oh, but at least this gives a lot of metal. Oh, this is giving a lot of metal. Fantastic. Now, as much as I would love to go straight into metal tier or like metal buildings, which I actually need out here, as much as I want to do that, I kind of can't. Because you see, guys, cementing paste and polymer is really hard to get on this map. In Genesis, they've made it so much harder. I mean, well, not necessarily harder, I guess, but more like very old school traditional farms where you need to get obsidian. You need to get chitin, whatever it's called. Chitin, whatever. You need to get like all these resources and actually make them from scratch again, like in the old classic days. You can't just go to a beaver dam. You can't just find a mantis or a carcanos. Carcanos do exist, but they are very rare. So that's not something to rely on. Just consider that more of a bonus. So in other words, like I said, getting a metal building is not really that easy, but at the very least, I need to got a lot of metal. So I can get a crossbow. I got 680, oh my god. So at least I can get a crossbow really, really effectively. Right. I normally go crazy on spark powder. I'm actually not sure if I want to because I don't know if I can actually get any flint naturally. For the time being, I will use wood. I should chuck that in there. Chuck the rest of that away as well. At least got a lot of stone. That's nice. Let us have a bit more food, actually. There we go. And now let's see. So let's go ahead and test then. So, ambergris. Ambergris are the pretty little green stones you may have spotted every now and then. Such as down there. Now, that is whale buff. Yes, if you've seen these space whales in the horizon, that is their buff. It's actually required for things later on, but I don't know what else it gives. I know it gives element shards. Let's find out now. Can I get flint? I can get flint. Right, that's good then. So that is something less to spend my points on. As I die. Okay, let's not get the rest of that then. Oh my god, look at the amount of defenders. Look at that! And again, they can destroy tech, so I really don't want them up there. If at any point I spot a defender spawning up my little archway up there, I will kite it off as quickly as I can. Even if it kills me, it's better than getting base wiped. In fact, I'm really curious what kind of damage they actually do to things like wood and stone. But I'm not finding out yet. Right, there's not any more ambergris here, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, crap. No. There we go. Get back to base. I am burning alive. I hope I can get back before I die to the radiation. Hopefully. In fact, what temperature is it? It is 70 degrees Celsius. Wow. And now that I'm in the shade, it is now minus 16 degrees Celsius. That's about the same temperature as the Arctic, to put that into perspective. So, fur gear would be required. In fact, no, a hazard suit would be required. But that's going to take a bit of a while. Oh my god, I actually feel like I need some kind of archway, some kind of like really tall roof and ceiling, that way I can, you know, bounce off of that when I get here. But anyway, like I said, we actually can harvest flint, so that's going to save me a lot of points that I can then channel into hide instead. And of course, it means I can make spark powder. So, can I make a mortar and pestle then? Mortar and pestle, I'm going to need hide? Yep, I need a bit of hide. Right, in that case, let's come back out. Let's go ahead and grab some hide from you.
Thanks, mate.
How many points do I have left over then? About 700. Managed to get quite decently so far. Definitely saving up quite a bit. Right. Mortar and pestle. Oh, narcoberries. Oh dear, narcoberries. How am I going to get narcotics? Spoiled meat's no problem, but the narcoberries kind of is actually. Oh, this is gonna be so grindy. I'm gonna need so many hectares. I'm gonna need a greenhouse as quickly as I can. And I'm not sure if I can actually. Oh no, how am I gonna get I can get like a reservoir, but I'm not sure if I can actually get to anything with the reservoir. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to find a cave or a water source as quickly as I can, aren't I? This is gonna be brutal. Well, we'll figure it out when I have a bit more stuff to actually, you know, figure out with. Let's make our mortar and pestle. And, yeah, oh, I just made 2 of them, that's stupid. Okay, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, we've really got to figure that one out. I'll figure it soon. Right. Let's make about 10 of that for now, then that should be more than what we need. That way we save on the wood. Wood's probably going to be quite precious, I reckon. As much as I would like gunpowder, it's a bit too early for that. I'm not going to worry about things like gunpowder for quite a while. I shove all of that in there. And let's just sit back and wait for a bunch more metal to cook up. Look at all that metal. Can I make any flak gear? This is, oh mate, this is so ridiculous. And just like that, we already have our full set of flak, or almost anyway. Let's get a little bit more hides. Now fortunately, a bit of a nice thing about Genesis is that every now and then, Helena just wants to say hi, you know, she just wants to be recognised or, you know, noticed, and whenever you notice her, you say hello to her, she gives you another 300 hexagons, which right now is fantastic, because I really need it for the hides, like really, really badly. So now, with that, we got ourselves a full set of flak gear. Day 1, episode 1, first half hour. That's a little bit overpowered, my god, that really is. Now, that's not going to do much for insulation. But at least it's something. In fact, actually no, hypothermal. I'm burning, but I'm no longer freezing, so that's actually nice then. Can I just say, the Lunar biome is amazing. It looks really, really good. I love it. Right, can I make a crossbow? I can, oh my god. I need a bit of crystal, I've already got crystal, I need cementing paste. Okay, and how much does cementing paste cost again?
Here's what I got.
That costs... Where is it? Am I blind? Can I not see it? I'm blind. Right there. Do I buy that? No. I'm actually... Oh, screw it. Let's just buy that. Let's just buy the initial part. And then with that, I can already make the Super Spyglass, which to me is just utterly required. I need that all the time. S+, turn on. Here we go. Super Spyglass. Let us go. So at least now this way I've got a bit of an idea as to what creatures I can mess with and which ones I want to avoid like the plague. That is handy. And otherwise, I think that is a fair bit of progress done for now. I think we're off to a pretty nice start. I am aware, by the way, that if I make my house one taller, I can talk to Helena indoors. I will be doing that shortly. So I will be expanding the base, and then I think I'm going to try and tame one of these trikes. What levels are they? Level 28? And there's another one over here, isn't there? That one's level 187. That's a lot of knocking. And for anyone who hasn't played Genesis yet, let me tell you one simple thing, right? One simple thing of Genesis is knocking creatures out is a lot harder. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. Let me know how your Genesis playthroughs are going so far. Let me know what you think of the DLC overall. I personally love it. I am really, really enjoying it. And of course, going to give a big thanks to my patrons, particularly to Annie, Squid, Pikapie, Loki, Frostbite, Speedy, and Unreal. And of course, thank you all of you. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll catch you all next time.